Hello, welcome to Geo Adventure Trek. In this episode, I will introduce you to a people and pet-friendly activity known as geocaching. So what exactly is geocaching? Basically, it is a high-tech treasure hunt or hide-and-seek game using a GPS receiver to guide you to a destination where something is hidden for you to find. A hidden storage container in a specified location is referred to as a geocache, or cache for short. The size of the cache can be anything from extra large to tiny, which is known as a micro. So now that you know what geocaching is, let's get started so you can see how it's done. To get started, you will need a GPS receiver, a computer and a printer, and an account with a geocaching website such as geocaching.com. Don't worry, most of them offer a basic service for free. Once you take the time to familiarize yourself with how to operate your GPS receiver and how to use the geocaching website, you will be able to select geocaches in the areas you want to visit, and you will be able to get the coordinates loaded into your GPS unit. For each cache you decide to hunt, be sure to print out, at the very least, the entire description and hints pages. If the number of user log entries are not too numerous, you might consider printing the entire listing, including the visit logs. Sometimes the visit logs contain helpful hints from other geocachers. Also, if you are unsure of how to get to the general area of the cache location, you should print a map and directions as well. Now that we are armed and ready, let's go find a geocache. The exploration begins here at Walla Walla Community College, a beautiful campus nicely located adjacent to the Mill Creek recreational area. Since our cache is located in a recreational area, I like to bring my cache pack with me. As you can see, it includes various items including bottled water, extra batteries, a walking stick, which can double as a pokey stick if the hidey spot involves brush, a pen for signing the logbook, and the all-important swag, which I like to call booty. Swag is simply small trading items for the cache box. When you first arrive at a destination, it is a good idea to turn on your GPS unit right away so it can begin getting a fix on your location. It can take a minute or two, so by the time you get your gear ready, the GPS receiver should be ready as well. Part of learning to geocache is learning to use your GPS unit. Regardless of brand, they all have a navigation feature which will point you to the coordinates you entered for the cache location. Mine looks like this. If you are a first-timer, you need to know that it can take a few hunts to get the hang of this sport. Don't get discouraged if you are unsuccessful your first few tries. Try to pick geocaches that have a 1-star rating, which means easy, or try to go with someone who has experience. Now that we have our bearings, let's go find our geocache. According to my GPS unit, we are now within less than 50 feet of the geocache. This is where the hunt begins. Depending on what model and brand of GPS receiver you are using, it can be accurate within a radius of 10 feet. Be aware that power lines, tall trees, mountain and hillsides, and buildings and such can cause signal interference that may affect the accuracy of the GPS readings. At this location, we do have some tall trees that could cause some problems. Though I would only use it as a last resort, we do have some hints on the printout sheet if we need them. So now I just need to put my GeoSense to use to zero in on the cache. This is something that comes with experience, by the way. Your search skills will increase as you become more familiar with different hiding techniques. Keep in mind, when you are searching for a geocache, it is very important to be discreet so that others do not know what you are up to. We do not want non-gamers to pilfer or steal the cache. Alright, it's time to find this thing. Okay, enough kidding around. The arrow is showing the cache to be right over here in these trees. Let's take a closer look. The GPS is showing it to be somewhere behind those trees, so let's go in there and see if we can find it. Now the most logical place would be under brush or under branches or something. So we just kind of have to keep looking around. But it definitely is showing it's going to be back in here somewhere. I think I see it. Aha! There's our hidey spot. Pretty well concealed. As you can see, this one is hidden behind the cover of brush. This is a common hiding technique. Ammo boxes are a typical kind of container as well. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Here we have the typical contents, which includes a logbook and various trading items. You'll want to give it a thorough look. You never know what treasures may be hiding inside. If you decide to make a trade, geoetiquette says to leave the same number of items that you take, and they should be of equal or greater value. Also, be sure to sign the logbook. At the very least, you should include the date, your geocacher name, and a record of your trade items. And it's nice if you write a short note as well. You can use abbreviations. You may want to record the same information for yourself as well, so that you can remember it when you log your visit online when you return home. When you are finished, it is very important to place the cache back in the exact location you found it. And make sure it is hidden the same as or better than you found it. Okay, now that we're done here, it's time to make our way back to the trailhead. So now you know the basics of geocaching. It is a great outdoor, all-inclusive, year-round activity for individuals, families, friends, and groups of all ages. Caches are hidden in city, country, and scenic locations all over the world. There are many different types of caches, including virtual caches, which simply take you to a point of interest. There are puzzle caches, letterbox caches, moving caches, multi-caches, and many more. The possibilities are endless. So grab a GPS, plug in some coordinates, and get out there and start finding a world full of hidden treasures, and be sure to enjoy the sights along the way.